Hello folks and welcome back to Parkitect. We're here in scenario number 2, which is our airfield. It's been abandoned and we can use this land to make an amusement park. The only problem is that for some reason we're not allowed to remove these old structures, and we have to have 250 guests in our park, optional one of selling at least 400 park tickets, and complete everything by June year 2. So let's just quickly zoom out and see what's going on here. We can see we have a hangar structure over here, and if we take a look inside of it, it's kind of where all the stuff for food goes in. We have our entrance structure over here. If we take a look inside that, you can see the entrance gates are there. And then there's not really a whole bunch of anything else. We just have this area set up. And we can buy a little bit of additional land back here because of this little fence area. And there's another area over here that we can buy stuff. So let's begin by taking a look at the rides that we have available to us. Not a lot when it comes to those type of rides. We don't have a lot here, but the jumper, I really like the jumper. It's an enormous ride, but I really like how it looks. I think it's kind of cool. Coaster wise, hopefully we're in better shape than we were before. We're not. We have a Wild Mouse, which is at least a little better than anything. Transportation rides are nothing, and water rides, we have a log flume. So we don't have a great deal of stuff going for us here. We're going to increase our funding up a little bit, bring it up to 500. We start off with $22,000, which sounds great. Let's take a look at our food stuff. Oh, we have lots. We have a cash machine, which is important because if we have rides that really cost a lot of money, we can preserve those people in the park because they can just get more money. We have balloons, burgers, hot dogs, cotton candy, information kiosk, toilets, vending machine. Oh man, we have lots of stuff we can do here, which is fantastic. So what I'm going to start off doing here is just putting in a little food court area towards the front of the park, and then we'll build all the other stuff that we need to have. So I'm just going to put this directly kind of in line here, and we'll have it set back a little bit from the rest of our stuff. So we have our burgers. We'll go in and find our drinks. Put those in. We'll get our bathrooms in there. And then we'll also take the time to get, what else do we want to have in there? Maybe we'll sell some t-shirts as well. So those all look well and good. We'll go in and get our paths like so established, which I'm happy with that. I don't particularly like these paths, but we're going to deal with them. We'll take the paint. We'll select it from this, and then we have the same idea happening with these here. That's all well and good, and we're just going to bring this out just so we know that that's going to be kind of the starting location for all this stuff. Now to build onto this building, I don't know what type of stuff we have here as far as walls go. Let's take a look. Again, it takes a little second to load up sometimes. Alright, so we have a lot of the same stuff we had last time. I'm thinking I'm going to go more with this kind of corrugated look here of this stuff, mainly because we're at an airport, so it makes sense to have some of that in place so it looks a little bit more airporty, if that's a word. So we'll get that in there, and we'll just add on the individual things for those. We'll go to our roofs, and sure. So we'll do something like that. And I think what we're also going to do is we're going to have a second level going up here. So maybe something that goes up like this. And in our hangar area, usually have these little cool little curvy things. Yeah, these guys. If we can bring them down, we'll get the same color as that. That looks airporty, right? And then we'll go into our borders here. We'll grab the already existing gray borders. I probably should darken these up, but I'm not going to worry about it for right now. We'll do something like that, and then we'll bring it up here as well. And again, I know I'm building this when it's all paused. Later, if you get the expansions of this game, there are scenarios where you can't get all of the wins if you build when it's paused. But I don't care right now because that's not how I'm playing this game currently. So we're going to start off with something over in this area, and then we'll kind of build out one way or the other. How much does it cost to buy land here? Let's see. So $15 per tile, that's a lot. We're not going to worry about that right now. We don't have the money for that. But let's go in and start taking a look at our rides and figuring out what we're going to do here. So we can start really quickly if we want to just dump a giant Ferris wheel in place there. Again, if you looked at our last video of this stuff, I like to pack rides in relatively close, especially as we get to beginning game kind of stuff, just to get people in the park, just to have a nice feeling when everything's kind of just situated all nice and close together. I just kind of like how that feels and looks and runs, and I think this little metal pathway is going to give a little bit of an airporty feel. From there, we'll also put on my favorite, the jumper. So we'll go out here. We'll just skip one space. And then we'll put some decorations in this area here. But before we do that, let's go in and add on our queue line. So that looks good. The jumper is going to cost $4 because it is a fun little ride. Maximum wait time will bump up to 60. Full. And then 30 minutes. And we'll open that up. Now I'm going to make this an indoor ride. So I'm going to need to... these things don't go up super high, but they do go up a little bit. So we're going to build another building around that. Don't really have any plans for what this is going to look like. I do want to establish some type of style, but I don't know what that style is going to be, or what I really want it to kind of feel as. So I think I'm just going to go with this kind of white looking stuff here and hope that that works out for the best. So again, just adding on the walls. I am no expert at this game by any stretch of the imagination, but I can make a very basic building really quickly. So we have that, and this should be tall enough to do what we needed to do otherwise. So just going to quickly add those things in there, and then we'll go across the top with this guy, raise it up, and slowly outline all this stuff around. And for roofs, let's see, I forget what we had all in here again, because I was more looking for some of the other... Oh, we don't have a lot of cool roofs in this one. What does that look like? Ooh, that's kind of cool looking. Look at that. Yeah. We'll do something stupid like that, and we'll add on some of these. These look ridiculous. I love it. And then we'll just put this in there like so and bring it up. These cover a lot of volume, like a lot of height this covers up. And then I can just put regular flat roofs across the rest of that because nobody's going to see it and it doesn't really matter. Alright, that looks cool. I'm happy with that. It's ridiculous. It doesn't really look like it belongs at an airport, but that's okay. It doesn't have to look like it belongs at an airport. It just needs to kind of exist there. And then the last thing we're going to do here is I'd like to get a wild mouse coaster. If possible, I want to shoehorn it in here because I can buy just a little bit of land if I needed to really fit that in there, which I might wind up doing here just to give myself a little space. So if I were to buy that, that's $300, $450. That's going to be what I'm going to do for that. I guess I didn't need to buy this area back here, but I'm going to try to shoehorn in a wild mouse in there. So let's go in and build that wild mouse, and then we'll move forward from there. So let's see, do that, turn it instantly, and then we're going up on the lift hill. Alright, so we'll do something like this. I guess I should put some block brakes in there real fast. And I'm just modeling this off of like real Wild Mouse coasters where they kind of seem to do this little zigzag back and forth, drop a little bit, chill out, drop a little bit, chill out, just to get the initial shape here set up. I also want to make sure I have enough capacity when I'm adding on cars and stuff that it does the basics here. So we'll go around here. This is going to be the last set of this turn. So we'll go in, block brakes, and then turn, and then this one's going to be a more serious drop. So we might increase the size of that, have it turn, just go up a little bit, maybe not go up a little bit, so we'll do something like that. And I'm just being cautious here because if it gets stopped at this point, we have a problem. So instead of 2, we're going to have that just be 1. Let's see here. All right. So in a perfect world, I'd like that to come out actually a little farther. So let's see if we can accomplish something like that just by going one more straight and then turn it. Will that allow us to do? Nope. Okay. So we'll do the 2, we'll turn it, and we can actually have that slope down a little bit, so they're even picking up more speed there. I think that'll work out nicely. I'm trying to keep this all contained in a really small footprint here, just to kind of make sure we have the very basics that we need to have for this coaster set. So that's all well and good. We'll have it drop down again. Go through a turn here. See, we're at 3, 3.25. Okay, so just gonna have it come up a little bit. No, we're not gonna have enough speed to do that. So we'll just have it come out like this. Gonna have it straighten out here. I'll put some traditional brakes to slow it down to, let's say, 10. Then a block brake. Then from there, we'll turn it and it's in line. We'll drop it in there. Like so. Station, and another straight part here. Entrance and our exit. Cool. So if we're taking a look at our little thing here, it comes in with some speed, that's fine. I think we're good with that. So let's see what our stats are. High. Okay. So that's awesome. Our stats are good. We have a low intensity, a medium intensity, and high intensity. So all of our guests should have something that they can find a way onto. We're going to make that $6, let's say. And we're going to have to roll back the number of trains. We're going to roll that back to 5. We're going to wait for a full load, and it says it takes 37 seconds. So 37 seconds divided by 5. That's just going to be 7 seconds as a maximum wait time. And we're going to change this down here. So maximum wait time will be 7. Our minimum 5 is fine. And yeah, we should be good to go with all of that. Then we just need to connect it to our paths. So do that. And something like that. And then we'll make a little queue that goes over this way. And I think that will work. So we can put in the rest here like this. And that should work. And I'll put a little hangar building to kind of make this be completed here. So if I go over to hangars, we do have some basic wall pieces and stuff that we can build stuff out of. So they're all one-sided, which is a little weird, but we'll do that. And there are no ones with openings, which is also a little odd, but that's okay. Maybe we'll bring it up and just have a border go all the way around. And those are on the wrong side. Hangar ones are kind of odd in that they only go one way. And we're going to have some pillars or something to support these in there, because you can see there's gaps there, so we need to figure that out as well. Go in, add on the roof. Alright, and then we'll go over into our pillars. Do that, and we're going to paint it black. You can see it kind of looks like it's supposed to be there. And we'll do the same thing over here. 1, 2, 3, and I'll probably do the same on the back here. 1, 2, 3. Probably should do it over here as well. Alright, that looks cool. I'm good with that, and then we'll go with our borders. We will also color those black. And we'll just kind of establish what that looks like there. And maybe put one down at the bottom as well. And I guess we're going to have to go all along the top since there's little gaps there as well. Not a big deal. These borders are a little bigger than what I was expecting. That's okay. And let's see, border half slope. I don't think we're gonna have anything for those. That's fine. And then this area here is just gonna have these little X things as their supports, actually. Okay. Alright, we'll do something like that, and we're just going to go real simple on all this, so... I'm not happy with that. Let's go look at roofs. Let's just go real basic. We'll do something with the curvy guys here. Alright, that looks airport-y. And I guess we'll curve it going down here as well. It's kind of floating there in space. That's okay. Let's just see if there's anything else in hangars that will make that make a little bit more sense. Okay, that looks a little better. All right. Does that look sufficiently like something you'd find at an airport? Maybe. Maybe not. And then we just need to go in and finish off some of these benches here. So what benches do we have as default in the park? We have these guys. So that's what we're going to continue with. And I'm going to start down here. 1, 2, 1, 2. Skip 2. And just kind of go through and create all of this. Alright, we got that. And then we can go in and add on our lights, which I think we're going to go with these lights. They look a little airporty. Not super realistic, but that's okay. And so there, there, there. Alright, and then trash cans. Trash cans are trash cans, so we're just going to go with basic square trash cans here. Oh, I can fit a light over there. Cool. Alright, so we have that. I guess we need to have a path for our employees to be able to also reach this. So we'll go in here. Our employees need to be able to access the other parts of the park, because I'm going to put a staff building back there as well. And we just really quickly need to add some walls there to make that kind of make sense with the rest of what's there, and also not to be distracting to our guests. Alright, we have that. We'll add on the roof. And then we'll go in and add on some borders just to make sure we are consistent with the look and feel of this area of the park. Alright, and then for staff, I have a blueprint here of this little staff building that we're just going to put on. Oh, no, we're not. We don't have enough of the... we're missing some of the things. This one we're missing some of the things. This one we're missing some of the things. Alright, well in that case, we'll go in here, we'll find a staff room. It's going to be part of this building now, so we just need to decorate that really quickly. Our backlot-ish area here looks funky, but that's okay. It's allowed to. And maybe, yeah, we're going to make this look just like something slightly different than what's there. So we'll do this and that. And then we'll grab our angled roof, the half slope. And do something like that. And then we need to add our borders, otherwise it's going to bother me. So spending a lot of time here just trying to get the park set up. And the main reason for this is, well, one, I want to make sure when it opens that we have stuff set ready for everybody, that it's decently somewhat themed. Like I need to get some stuff in there, but that it functions for what we need. So we spent roughly half our money, a little under half our money. We're going to hire a couple of janitors. Here we'll hire a hauler who's going to start all the way back there. And then we'll hire a mechanic as well. And maybe, I'm not going to worry about a security guard right now. And then we're going to start this off. Our entrance fee is $1, that's fine. And we have a nice little area to get started with. It does go quite a ways, which I'm hoping we can get some more roller coasters for that area. And then we have this area here, which is nicely set up for some other things. So if we wanted to, we could add a plane ride in here, which we might as well do. And that's going to be one that's out in the open because I think it makes sense to be out in the open for a ride like that. We're going to make that $3. Again, 30 minutes. And maximum waiting time is 60 seconds. And we're going to wait for a full-size load. And then we can open that. Take a look at our coaster here. As it cycles through, hopefully we don't have anything getting stuck on the brakes themselves. I probably should add another brake somewhere back here, or an additional relief brake in this area just to give it a little more. That's okay. And I just want to see how long it takes once we get this guy to the top. Can I decrease that wait time just a little bit? So that guy should be leaving here. There it goes. Okay. So what I might do on this one is close it. I'm just going to remove one of those cars. So it's going to be 4. And then we can open it back up. That shouldn't influence anything. And it should look nice and good. If we remove this, we can see our jumpers going fine. We have everybody coming into our beautiful park here. Look at all these people. Very nice. And hopefully we'll have a nice setup here for the beginning stages of our park. I'm going to fast forward a little bit here just to get some stuff going. And I'm pretty happy right now with where we're at. So this one has low nausea, this one has medium nausea, but it is increased popularity during rain, medium nausea, and medium nausea. So the jumper is a good one to put in there as well, just because it's not as sickening as some of the other rides. And we should be researching a thrill ride, hopefully something with a little bit higher intensity, and then we're going to switch over to coasters. And it looks like we have our first guest riding on our Wild Mouse here. And that's our very first customer to go on it. You can see that we're not having anything stop at brakes anymore, which is what we want to have. And you loved it, I know you did. We probably put a cash machine somewhere around here, and probably another bathroom back in this area. So maybe I'll put a bathroom there and a cash machine on that corner. And we also have information kiosks that we should probably put in at some point here. So let's put that one in at this corner. And then we can use the existing building that we have there to kind of build out a little bit to make sure that it has the things it needs to function. So I'm gonna go in and do something like that. And then for the roof parts, we're gonna make this artistic. Ready? Pull that up there, and we're just gonna slowly do something like that. Look at that. Magic. And we're just waiting for a shopkeeper. And then we'll put a cash machine over here. And probably another set of toilets farther back. So we have our cash machine in place. Let's cover that up real quick with some basic walls. And we're going to do a basic roof on there as well. And then we're going to put in some borders. This park's going to be lots of grays and blacks and stuff just because that's what an airport is. That's how it feels. Do we have any details that we can put on this? Let's take a look here. So props. I don't think we need any of the props that we have right now set there. But if we go over into structures, you can see that we have details, and we have a few little small details. Maybe we'll put a flag on top of there. Look at that, it's gorgeous. Alright, and then maybe we'll put some of these guys over here, just to make it feel a little bit more premium. If you hear a little bit of slight barking in the background, that's my dog, she's dreaming right now. And I don't want to go overboard with these, but I do like how they look. I think they look very appropriate for this style area and what they're meant to be. So let's go in here. While we're waiting for some research, do we know what we're getting yet? We're getting a top spin. Alright, so we're just going to get something that's significantly higher intensity. We can switch over to coasters now. But let's go in here and we'll look at our plants. And we're just going to begin the process of making this area fill up with some stuff that's not hard surfaces like you would find at a typical airport. So we don't have to go crazy in here because most guests aren't going to see it. But I do want to make sure that we're making this look a little bit nicer than what we currently have. Especially because decoration ratings are important in this game. Your guests are happier if they have something that looks like it was thought about, even if it's just a little bit. Which I'm thinking about it a very little bit, but go in here. And see, it just adds some nice ambiance. It makes it look a little bit nicer. Look, even the yellow flowers and the coaster tracker matching. Beautiful. And I've always found it's really important to just rotate every so often because you get stuck on a view and you think you have everything covered, but when you rotate to a different view, you very quickly find out that it's not, and it's real easy to get lost in that. So let's go over into our fences, and I think we can just add on a curb here. I think that will look pretty nice, just to clean up the edges here. So you see, it's nothing big deal, but it does make it look just a little bit nicer and cleans up just a touch of what the area would look like otherwise. So we'll have that set in there like so. Let that curve all the way along there. Ooh, look at that. That opens up that whole ride. That's not what I wanted to do, but I kind of like it. Get you a little closer access to the ride itself. Hopefully everybody's paying attention and not going to hurt themselves. I really like what it does to the lines though. The lines look much more interesting with that curve on there. Now we're just going to figure out the rest of these here. We'll speed up the game again because for some reason this is taking forever to get all this stuff delivered. We have only our first spot opened up here. Yeah, I know it's been out of stock for 10 minutes. It's quite the walk here to get from one spot to another, and even though I would love to just make a door there, I can't change anything of that, so that's a problem for us, but a problem for another time. Let's go back and take a look at our kind of goals for this one. We need to have 250 guests in the park. We're over halfway there for that, and sell 400 park tickets. If we do that, we get an extra $5,000, and we complete that by June of year 2. So that should not really be too big of a deal to accomplish. We're going to just figure out where we want that top spin to go, which we just got. So I'll slow the game back down. And top spin has not the greatest ratings for what we're looking for here, but I think I can dump it in next to this guy and have it look somewhat interesting and be set with that. So we'll make sure we do my normal craziness. That is setting all of this apart. Got that. And then as far as the line goes, I think this one's going to be slightly longer than what I usually do. Alright, we got that. We'll extend this down here. And then down too. Alright. So we have that. Our guest should maybe enjoy that. I don't really know. I haven't been on I personally have not been on a top spin in a very long time. That's a ride I do like. It's just one I haven't really had a chance to be on. There's not a lot of parks that have them anymore. So I'm gonna dump in a bathroom over here, and probably so we'll get our bathroom there, and then we should probably get another information kiosk here. And then we'll fill in those things with some walls. I'm going to go, I think, with the white walls here that we used on the jumper area. Just because we haven't used them in a little bit. And then as for roofing goes, let's just do this. And then we can go back to those walls, and hopefully they have an angled one. Yeah, there we go. Alright, I'm happy with that. I probably want to do pavilions. Yeah, we do. Okay. So these, I don't particularly like the look of these for this particular park. I don't think it fits in super well. But it is a different color that we haven't had, and it's a really quick way of covering up a queue, so you don't have to spend a lot of time doing stuff. I'm not a big fan of the colors here, so we're just going to play with those real fast. So the ride appearance. I want to get it away from the grays. Let's go with red. This guy's going to be yellow, and that gray color. Ooh, no. Let's see here. Does that blue work? Does that blue work? I think black actually, or dark gray, is actually going to be the color we go with for that. Alright. That looks slightly better to me. We have a line here, which is nice. This is a kind of it takes a lot of people to get onto that, so it eats a lot of people. This one eats lots of people. You can see that we're filling up this park pretty nicely. Let's see what our people are thinking. Wild Mouse is awesome, the plane carousel is awesome, and people want to go on Wild Mouse and all that. Cool. So they're enjoying our rides. I'm pretty happy with this little guy here. I really should have put in a slightly longer, or if I didn't have this building here, I would have brought it around, and then I would have had a bigger brake run here, so that I would have had at least 2 block brakes prior to the track, so that there would always be that open one, so that we didn't get a car stuck here, because this area is the longest spot of the whole ride without a block brake minus the lift hill. So if this building wasn't here, I would have just not done this little weird turn. I would have just brought it around and in there, but it works for right now. We're almost at the... we're still adding plenty of people onto the park here, so that's good. And we know we're going to be getting a roller coaster here next. It just matters of what type of roller coaster. What are the other ones we have? So junior roller coasters you can have fun with. They're okay. They're not my favorite type of ride to build with, but you can build them pretty easily. And they can be fun. Maybe I'll build something over here and then have it drop in, do something in this area, and then come back. We have some money to work with right now, so let's see what we can come up with. Alright, so I'm going to do that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Take a look at how many cars we have. So we'll go 10 cars. Can't go crazy with the lift hill, but we can do this. Alright, we'll do that. Let me just prep out where the path I want it to be. And then we can drop this bad boy down. Oh yeah, we can go super crazy here. Okay, I take back anything I said about the junior coaster. This looks like it could be fun. Alright, what's our top here? 7.5. Awesome, we can definitely fit that in. Alright, so if we do that, we gotta have that curve. So we're gonna have to have that there. Bring it in there like so. Yeah. Alright, so we'll bring that in there like so. That will go in there. We can drop that down. And then we're going to have it come back up really quickly here. And then we'll start the trip back. So maybe we can do that. Okay, we can't do anything along those lines, so we can't do that. So what we're going to do instead is have that go down. No, we can't do that one either. Okay. We can do that. Have it flatten out pretty easily. And then we'll have it go up just a little, turning out this way. Nope, 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 not that. I want this to straighten out. And then we're going to drop it back down. We'll do something like that. Have it straighten up. And then pop up, pop down, block breaks. It's not going to be a good block break area, so instead of block breaks, we'll have it flatten out here. Block breaks, we're going to slow it down no matter what. Like so. And then we'll turn. And connect in there. Alright. So let's take a look at our results here. We'll test this out. Let's make the chain speed a little faster. And we'll see what happens as we go through this. So here we go, going down that first big drop, big sweeping drop, heading back up. Around, slow it down a little bit, go back through here. See a little backstage area, whip around our food court, past the main entryway, fly back over that path, head on down, bump into our brake run, and then wind up in the station. So we're still waiting on new test results. Hopefully they wind up being a little rougher than that. What's our next coaster coming? A swing coaster. I'm not a big fan of swing coasters, so I'm not super excited about that one. And what I'm going to do here for our ride itself is it's going to go under. Our line is going to go underground. But judging by how popular some of our other rides are, I don't know if I need to go super crazy with kind of making sure I have intense fun rides for everybody, because they don't seem to really care all that much. There we go. Alright. So that's all well and good. We'll make sure maintenance is at 15 minutes. Lead every 20 seconds and just stay for 20 seconds. Maximum wait time will go up to 25. And we'll wait for a full load. And I know I'm not naming this, I'm sorry. But let's paint some of this here. So we'll go with silver supports, yellow track, and yellow track. Actually, no, we already have yellow track. Let's go with a blue here. We don't have anything that's blue, really. And then as far as the trains go, sure, I'm cool with that. That looks good. We have it opened up. Alright, we have people going on it, sort of. And let's take a look at our stations and figure out what we want to do for that. Let's see, what do we have around that area? So I think we're just going to do this one. We'll have that. We'll have that area. Alright, do something like that, something like that. And then we'll put on angles here and here. Oops, messed that up, I'll fix that later. As far as roofs go, I guess we're going to have to go with this one. We're going to change the color to be that dark gray color. Oops, wrong one. This guy here, that darker gray. Go on. There we go. What are people thinking about this one? It's a really good deal, something a little more intense. Yeah, make that $4. Pay up. And then we can maybe add some rides underneath this, because there's a big area underneath of this that we could probably get something in if we wanted to kind of see exactly what it should be. As far as what we're doing here, though, we're doing really good with getting our people. We could do some advertising if we wanted to get even more people, but I'm not super worried about that right now because we still have more than a year to figure out what we want to do here. But we do have some other things that I want to look at. So in car ride, we have a wipeout here, which maybe we can put down underneath? No? Okay. Yeah, there we go. So we can fit one of these guys in underneath of that. Which should be super cool looking, I think. Have that, and then we'll build our queue line. Going straight like that. And we've just reached 250 guests. Now we just need to sell another 150 tickets or so. And we should be good to go. So let's add on this area here. There we go. We've actually completed our goal. So very quickly, we were able to go through there. How many tickets did we sell total? So I've done that, but we still want to make sure we have the 400 tickets sold. So I completed it, but I still want to get that done. I don't know why that happened as far as that goes, but that's okay. We'll continue playing this and just get the 400 people in, and then we'll be good to go. So set that 30 minutes, 60, wait for a full load. we'll go from there. And we're slowly starting to run out of a little bit of money here, but our people seem to be happy with what we've given them, which is really what it's all about, right? 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 2. Alright. Build our lamps here. And then our trash cans. So right now we have 285 people in the park, or 286. So everybody who originally came into this park is still there, which is kind of nice. That doesn't always happen. Sometimes they get annoyed and leave relatively quickly. This one they did not. I'm pretty happy with how this looks coming out of the gate here. When you walk in, you get greeted by a coaster. There's some rides there. It just overall has a neat little look to it. So I'm going to slow this back down. Actually, we'll speed back up because it's not super important here, but you can see that we have rides that are undercover. People are happy with that. And the rides that are not undercover, we're kind of just getting them in there. So let's go in here and we'll select an attraction to advertise for. Let's just do it for that one. We'll do social media. Actually, let's do billboards. And let's free advertisement for the park, or advertisement for the park. Whoa! Okay, never mind, we won't do that. Yeah, how about you get a free ride on this guy for 3 months. Oh, I can't do it because it's on that ride. We already have something on that ride, so let's do it for this one for 3 months and start that. And my goal here is just to try to get the 400 people through the park as quickly as we can, just so that we have all of the goals met. If we've taken a look at our guests and their overall thoughts, they want to go on Junior Coaster. They're really happy with everything here. I don't see anybody who's really upset with anything. You can actually filter out everything. So there's Ferris wheel is a waste of time. Yes, it is. This is not a fun ride. I apologize for your wasted $2, but them's the breaks. Alright, let's hire some additional people here. And I'm going to hire another hauler as well. It seems like we have some work we need to do. It's weird, we were fine through the whole first year. We were able to get everything going, but now we have thunderstorms. We have the ride E stopped here. This one's closed, this one's closed. All the rides are closed. Now they're opening back up, and hopefully we can go through. So our Junior Coaster advertisement was effective. How many people do we have? 330, so we just need another 70 people, and we've done everything there is to do with this. So this scenario is one of the first ones, is easily achievable. I did everything before September year 1, as far as the beginning stages, minus the getting 400 people in. And if I would have spent some money on advertising and all of that, we could have done that without much of a problem. We have a vertical drop coaster coming up next, which is awesome. We'll switch that back over to thrill rides, because vertical drop coasters are just super fun to build. There's lots you can do with them. You can see, again, I didn't use up a lot of land in comparison. I did buy some land, which maybe I didn't need to. I could have probably rotated this and fit it in this area. But I'm happy with how that came out and the end kind of decision there. Let's go in and we're going to build a Gravitron down here. We'll get that set. And I'm not really super worried about theming or any of that stuff right now. I'm just trying to get the basics done so that we keep building small rides and keep attracting people to the park itself. Alright, so we have that. We can open up our Gravitron now. And we should be in really good shape for finishing this up. really quickly. Our numbers are going down, but that's just because we have a lot of people packed in this front area, and also it was raining a whole bunch, so a lot of rides are closed and people are probably running out of money. So we have that we have to pay attention to and that we're good with here. So let's just hope that we have a few more people coming our way. And we're going to just advertise a little bit more. We could also take out a loan, so maybe I take out a really cheap loan here. So I'll do that, and then I'll go in and we'll advertise for the park for that time period of 3 months. And we'll do it with flyers, and we'll start our advertising there. And wow. Okay, that ride looks shockingly popular right off the gate, which is fine. We have a lot of spinning rides, so one spinning ride, this one's not really super spinning. We have our jumper that's a spinner, we have our twister that's a spinner, the gravitron's a spinner, the carousel is a spinner, and then we have the top spin, which is also a spinner. So yeah, lots of stuff going on there with that. Hopefully our advertisements will start to bring more people to the park, and that we'll be in good shape. But really, that's going to wrap us up here. I'm not going to sit here and wait for an extra 50-ish people. Yeah, we need 52 more people to come in. There's one of them, there's another one. So we need 50 more people to come into the park, and we'll be good to go. Let's take a look at this person. They spent $19. They're in the park for a half hour. They had a great time, but they are tired, and they agreed that the Ferris wheel is a waste of time. So we've accomplished our goals. We've built everything. We have new coasters that we can take a look at here. Let's just look at that very quickly. The vertical drop coaster, which again is just a really fun one to build, but I don't have enough money right now to really pour the time into doing what I would like to do with that. Because you can make it big, you can make some big drops, but you can also make them kind of fit in things. Like this coaster here could very easily have been a vertical drop coaster where it has steep up, drop down here, big turn, and then done some stuff in here. Maybe that's something we could explore down the road, but for right now, I'm pretty happy with how this general thing looks, what it is, and how we've been able to accomplish this park. So that's going to wrap us up here for today. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, leave a comment, like it, do whatever. If there's